All right, let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Let me quickly check if you guys can hear me. I'm live. Just let me know in the comments. All right, let me know if you just. All right, let me know, guys, if you can hear me. Just throw, just say yes, I can hear you, and we can get started. We are 3 minutes over. All right, thank you so much. All right, guys, just let me know where are you from, and just to I'm from NC, so it'll be good to understand from where people are joining, and we'll just get started. One more minute. All right, my friend, you're my neighbor. I'm from North Carolina. Hey, where? Oh, Memphis, Tennessee. Again, very close. I just went to Smokies. Beautiful place. Uh, Great, guys, great. Where else? Who else joined? Let me know from where you guys are. California, all right, welcome, welcome. Yeah, California is great. We went to San Francisco last year, and I think it was San Francisco where you have those roads, curvy roads, and all those things, right? It's a nice place to be in. Pretty good weather all year round. So welcome, guys. Um I hope this I think stay till the end, right? So it's going to be a very good session, right? And I'll start with this thing, right? In this session, we are going to discuss mostly about how to stop blowing diets mostly on the weekends, right? And I'll be giving you guys 7 simple steps. So why is this topic important, right? Because I have done that. Yeah, that's right. Oh, is it? Crimes are out of hand. Okay. So I have seen with myself and with a lot of people that we do everything well. We work out 5 days, and then one day, Saturday or Sunday, and maybe sometimes both the days, we just binge on food. We are going to the parties, we are drinking alcohol, as well as we are not working out, right? So now the issue is that it's the weekly average. Okay, so if you end up eating more on Saturday and Sunday, it's going to add up and it's going to nullify your efforts, what you did on the weekdays, right? So we don't want to stay there, right? Because earlier I did that. I used to work out from Monday to Friday, and Saturday Sunday I just used to give it up. Okay, I'm going to eat everything, I'm going to not work out, and the result was I continue storing a lot of belly fat, chest fat, and that's the issue a lot of people are facing, that okay, we can control our weekdays, but how can we control our weekends? That's the major issue, right? And at the end of the day, what it comes down to, these 7 strategies. So let me know in the comment section that, yeah, you want to hear about it, so that I know that you guys are dialed in and not distracted. Okay, so my first point is that plan your meals and snacks in advance. Okay. So what happens is, I made this mistake a lot of times, that I was taking decisions in the moment, right? So when I say decisions, right? So when it's time for my lunch, I was making decision. All right, thank you. I was making decisions that okay, now it's lunchtime. What should I eat? So I am being reactive to the situation. So if you are reactive to the situation, the brain is lazy and is going to make comfortable decisions of eating desserts and eating fried foods and eating sugary items, right? So what I want is, plan your next week on Saturday. Okay, use my fitness pal. take Saturday like 10 to 20 minutes and plan your meals, what you're going to eat the whole next week, right? Including Saturday and Sundays. Because a lot of research has been done and it has been figured out that when you write down something, right, then probability of getting it done increases by 60 to 70%, right? So write it down your meals and plans in MyFitnessPal for the next week. Plan, right? You have to plan for it. Okay. If you're not planning, you're preparing to fail. So that's my first point. Another point is incorporate physical activity into your weekend routine. Now guys, this is very very crucial. So what used to happen is that I used to work out from Monday to Friday, and Saturday Sunday there are no workout routine. So what should I do? I would eventually keep eating more. So what happens is that when you work out, there are certain reactions, there are certain things happening in the body, in the muscle fibers, that stops you from overeating. Okay. If you engage in any physical activity like a walking, running, or any bike ride during the weekend, this will help you to burn additional calories and also boost your mood, right? So when your mood is better, you end up eating less food. You don't have many cravings. So I would say that be active during the weekends, and if possible, engage in some workout routines, some resistance band exercises, some TRX suspension trainer exercise, or do something. Don't just lie on the couch. Otherwise, you will end up eating a lot more. So be more active. Have your workout routines on Saturday, Sunday. That's my second point. The third point is set boundaries for yourself. Okay. Set limits on how much you're going to eat, when you are going to eat, and how much alcohol you are going to drink, if you will. Okay. So there has to be certain rules and boundaries for every one of us, right? So I have certain rules and boundaries in my life that, okay, I am not going to eat fried foods ever. I'm not going to drink alcohol ever, right? So now the situations can be, doesn't matter how intense are the situations, I have decided to make to not involve in drinking or eating fried food. So have such kind of rules and boundaries in your life. You may not be that strict. You can say, okay, I'm going to drink alcohol only one glass or something like that once a time, right? Only on Saturdays. So have some boundaries that you don't binge on alcohol or certain fried foods or processed foods entire week. Just have maybe, okay, on Saturday between 8 to 9 or something, I'm going to take just this much wine or this much potato chips, etc., and just limit out that. Okay. Because what happens on the weekends that everybody, they don't have boundaries, they are in parties and they are drinking alcohol like there's no another day. They are eating potato chips, they are eating snacking and everything, and they just forget about their boundaries and rules that they don't have in their life. So have those boundaries in your life, and that's what's going to plan your weekends. Okay. Another thing is find a healthy alternative. And this has been a game changer for me and a lot of people I support. When I say healthy alternative, right? So when I am craving for some sweets, and we are all human, we all crave for sweets, for fried items, but when we are craving, we have a good replacement, which is a sugary item like an apple, like a banana, like blueberries, like raspberries. So replace, make a smart replacement of sugary foods like donuts and everything with apples, fruits, and all those things, which will give you the same kind of satiety and satisfaction that all these other snacks do. So find these kind of replacements, because on the weekend, certainly sometimes it's going to happen that, yeah, you're not going to job or you're not working, and it's just your mind wants to crave for something. So let it crave for fruit or something healthy. So keep a lot of apples, a lot of bananas, a lot of fruits in your house, and that's going to help you a lot because you'll see that you're making those smart replacements. So smart replacement foods are a great way to stop binging during the weekends. Another point is be mindful of your portions, right? So you have to remember, right? Even if it's weekday or a weekend, you just can't hop onto the food, right? You have to remember that there are certain limits. So limit your portions, right? Even if you are in a party or something and there's a lot of processed food there, a lot of potato chips, if you are eating, let's say, I'm just giving an example, 100 potato chips at a time, limit it to like 30 potato chips, right? So that means you're enjoying, but you're not going overboard, right? So try to control your portions and be aware that, okay, this is something that is not healthy, that is not serving me. So I have to be good at it in controlling my portion. So controlling portion is going to be a game changer, because what it is telling your mind is that you can enjoy, but at a certain limit you have to stop, right? So you get best of both the worlds. Your craving is getting met, but also you are limiting the portion. So limit your portions, very important. Okay. Another point is, a lot of people start binging on the weekends, because they are not busy, right? You don't have work, people are just at home, just watching Netflix and everything, and their mind is not occupied, right? If the mind is not occupied, it starts thinking about couple of things, right? And the food is first of those things, that okay, I have to eat something. Even if you're not hungry, it's going to crave for certain things. Now you have to think about it. You have to watch something, watch some movie, read some books, or keep your environment clean. Okay. When I say clean, I mean don't keep these ice creams, chocolates, processed foods, chips in your house. Keep fruits, vegetables, and everything. So your environment will determine how much fat you keep at your body, right? So if your environment is not clean, your brain is going to crave for things like chocolates and everything. So remember that. Keep your environment clean and keep yourself busy during the weekends, whether you go for a hiking, for walking, for playing certain kind of sports you like, or for some cardio routine. Just keep yourself busy. All right, that's very very crucial. And busyness, I think there has been a lot of research done for this, that when you are busy, 80% of the time you just don't even think about food, right? But as soon as the brain is not busy, it's always the first point is going is craving, right? That's what the brain wants. It's craving for certain kind of food, right? Lot of times you can just drink water and feel at ease, but still it craves because you're not busy. So try to be a little busier during the weekends, take naps, and try to just not sit on the couch and wait for your brain to signal you that you have to eat something. Okay. Another point is, don't beat yourself up, right? So a lot of times I have seen, and in my life, and lot of other people also complain that they were strict for 6 months, and one weekend they just were not able to control themselves, and they just start binging in a party. They drank a lot of alcohol, and then they were feeling guilty. Guys, life is going to happen. We are just human, average people. Things are going to happen every time, right? And you may end up making bad decision at certain point in life, right? And it should not be every weekend, but maybe after 5 to 6 months of strict dieting, you might fail. You might drink alcohol because you might be weaker at that point of interval of time, right? And that's okay. You should learn to forgive yourself, because things happen. You may have certain, maybe your mind was not good, you were stressed out, you didn't sleep well last night. So it's very much possible that because of that, you might have eaten a lot, you might have drank a lot of alcohol during that weekend in a party, which is okay. So learn to forgive yourself, okay? But it's not like that you're repeating the same mistake again and again, right? In 5 6 months it may happen once, but learn from that mistake, okay? Don't beat yourself up, but learn from that mistake, that what could I have done better during that weekend party that I did not do, right? So learn that, okay, I was very hungry during that weekend party. That's why I lost all my controls and thoughts, and I just ate everything like all processed foods. So whenever you're going to a weekend party, try to fulfill your protein intake, eat a lot of protein diet before going to a party, eat a lot of vegetables, so that when you're going to a party, you're not hungry. right? And when you're not hungry, you're just going to eat less, even if you're eating something, right? It's just you're not hungry, and even you're not craving for anything. So one of the best thing when I travel during the weekends or when I'm going to my friend's place, I fill myself up with my protein and my stomach is full with the vegetables. I do volume eating. I eat a lot of fruits, a lot of vegetables, and at 6 p.m., 7 p.m. when we are going to a friend's party, I'm just not hungry, right? So if somebody asks me, I just say that I just ate a little bit and I'm just not that hungry, and it just ends at that. And if there's some external pressure is there, right, I'm going to just eat 10% or 5% of what I will eat if I'm going hungry there, right? So fill yourself up with a lot of protein, a lot of food the entire day, and be ready for the party. That even if I'm going there, I'm going to control my portion. I'm going to set certain boundaries, and I'm going to be full. My stomach is going to be full when I'm going to the party. I'm going to enjoy the party. I'm going to meet with the people, but I'm going to set some boundaries on my intake, food intake. Okay. So guys, remember these points, right? And I would say most of the people fail to lose fat, and specifically belly fat, because they are not following the rules on the weekends. And the weekends are not different from the weekdays. The body treats the weekdays and the weekends in a similar way. They are not separate, right? So again, I will go through these points that how you can stop blowing your diet on weekends. The first thing I said is plan your meals and snacks in advance. Okay, make some healthy choices. Sit down on Saturday and plan the whole next week in MyFitnessPal. Secondly, incorporate some physical activity into your weekend. Lot of research has been done that if you do this, it will boost your mood, and there are certain hormone production in your body that will stop your cravings during the weekend. Third thing is set certain boundaries and rules for yourself, right? You're not going to drink a lot of alcohol or not more than one glass of alcohol, or you'll not eat fried food items. Have certain rules in your life for nutrition. Fourth is find a healthy alternative, right? Replace your donuts, your sugary items with apples, bananas, and that really helps because for me and a lot of other people, it gives the same flavor. For me, apple is like a dessert. I crave for apple and banana. So try that thing out. Keep your environment free of all the junk food. Fifth is be mindful of your portions, right? If you're eating again 100 potato chips, eat 20 or 15. Just reduce it by 15 to 20%, and you will see a lot of things happening. Your weight reducing without 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 taking any effort. Okay. Then the sixth point that I said is keep yourself busy. You have to watch some movie, watch some Netflix. Keep your mind occupied. If your mind is not occupied, the first thing it thinks about is food, right? And if it thinks about food, if your environment is not clean, is occupied by junk food, you will end up eating junk food. So keep your environment clean. Keep yourself busy during the weekend with some walks, hiking, runs, sports. There are a lot of activities. Watch a movie, do something. Okay. And the last point that I said is don't beat yourself up, right? Don't feel guilty. People do make mistakes. It's very, very common during the weekend that somebody can go blow his diet. I have done it a lot of times, but I always learn from my mistakes and I don't make the same mistakes again. If I made the mistake of eating a lot of fried items in a party, I'm not going to make the same mistake again. I'm going to fill my stomach with protein before going to the party. I'm going to fill my stomach with the vegetables and fruits, and I will remember, I'll be more aware, and I will not be hungry during the weekend party. Okay. So be aware and learn from the mistakes and don't beat yourself up because that's what people do. They beat themselves up and then they fall off the radar, and then they say, okay, I have made mistake of eating a lot during the weekend, and now I'm not going to follow any kind of diet food and vegetables and fruits, and then they let it go, right? It's okay to fall down, but get yourself up again on Monday and don't make the same mistake. Okay. So guys, follow all these things, right? I know a lot of people among you may be making the same mistakes. Let me know if if any one of you is making the same mistake where your weekdays go fine, but on the weekends, yeah, your diet is up and down, your workouts are up and down, and you are indulging in all these junk food. Let me know in the comments, right? Because it's very common. I make the same mistake, a lot of other people make the same mistake, but we have to learn from it. If you're not learning, it's very common that you're going to make the same mistake again, right? So let me know in the comments, guys, if this was useful for you, right? And also let me know if any one of you made the same mistakes, right? But remember this one thing, that if you're failing on the weekends, your weekday efforts are of no use. Okay. A lot of people say that, okay, 5 days we are good, but it doesn't make sense if you end up eating 1,000 to 3,000 calories more on the weekends, because the weekly average calorie matters. Your day doesn't matter. What you're doing during the week actually matters. So you have to be very, very careful that what you are doing on the weekend, right? You might make 100 mistakes on the first weekend, but try to make only 99 mistakes during the next weekend. Don't make all the same mistakes again and again. Okay. And try to have some rules around food. If you don't have rules around food, other people are going to create rules for you, okay, which you don't want. Okay. So have those rules, eat well, don't eat junk all the time, keep your environment clean, and just see the magic that's going to happen with your weight. Your weight is going to just keep reducing, specifically that belly fat. That goes away once you learn how to manage your weekends. So, guys, that being said, let me know in the comment section if you have any questions regarding the weekend diets or regarding the workouts, or let me know what you're doing to move forward with your workouts. Are you doing something? Do you have any questions? Are you stuck with your diet, workouts, or with your anything? Let me know and I'll answer those questions. Thank you guys for joining. A lot of people, let me see if there is any question. A lot of people joined from, thank you. Great insights. Yeah. A lot of people joined from Massachusetts, Florida. Great, guys. Great. Yeah. So let me also know if you would like any topic that you would like to hear about, right? All right. Question is, does food supplements help in weight loss? So there is no supplement in the world that will help you losing weight. Okay. The things that you see is fat burners and all those supplements, they're all advertisements, guys. Don't depend on that. I have not seen even a single supplement work for fat burn, okay, for weight loss in the last 13, 14 years. So nothing is going to work, okay. Plan your weekends, plan your food, eat more protein. That's the only thing that's going to work. And if you are asking for muscle gain and for protein intake, only two supplements work, okay. Remember that. There's no other research done for fat burners. There's only extensively researched supplements, whey and creatine. Okay. So if you want to take something, take whey and creatine, but they are also not helpful for weight loss. Okay. Weight loss only happens when you are in calorie deficit. Okay. And if you want to lose 1 pound of your weight every week, you have to be in 500 calories deficit every day. Okay. That's it. Nothing other than that. Everything else people say is false. But a very good question, because I think a lot of people are dependent on supplements, but those fat burners, I would say, don't spend even a dime on those supplements. How do we know if we need to bulk or just stay lean? Okay. So I have a certain rule, right? So get your body fat percentage. So if your body fat percentage is above 15% body fat, then you have to get into some kind of calorie deficit and get yourself below 15% body fat, because I believe that 15% is a sustainable body fat that you can keep throughout the year. And if your body fat is, let's say, around 10ish, 10% body fat, then you should start bulking. And bulk, when I say bulk, it's lean bulking. Lean bulking is you will be gaining only muscles and not that much fat, right? So there is an approach to do that. But just your body fat. If you're above 15%, you have to get down. So you have to lean out. Okay. And if you are close to 10% body fat, you have to bulk to put on some muscles. Okay. Because 10%, 8% body fat is just not sustainable and not healthy. I believe green tea extract reduces weight. I have read in research papers. So there are a lot of things regarding that, right? Green tea extract and all those things. They will create 0.0005% effects. Okay. If you are not in calorie deficit, all these extract and everything is not going to help, right? I let me tell you when they are going to help. They are going to help a bodybuilder who is leaning out at 4% or 5% body fat, and he's very, very lean. And now he needs to just get down, just get down like 0.5% body fat more. Then he will be taking green tea extract, and that might trigger his little bit of body fat, right? So, but that's not going to help an average person who is like 20%, 30% body fat, right? What it's going to do with 0.005% body fat, right? So don't depend on that, right? For us, we have to be in calorie deficit. Those research papers are just it's specifically for these fat burners, green teas, right? It's green tea is good for health, but yeah, you're not going to lose your belly fat or 20 pounds or 30 pounds of body fat with that. How much protein should I intake per day to help with weight loss? Okay, that's a great question, right? So generally, I recommend if somebody is trying to lose weight, right? I suggest 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight, right? So if you are 200 pounds, you have to take 200 grams of protein. Okay. And now, yeah, I know it sounds very too much, but that's how it is, right? So, but once your weight goes starts going down to like 180, 170, you can start reducing, right? But I can give you benchmark, right? Let's say zero point 0.7 to 1 gram of protein per pound of your body weight. That's where you can start with. Okay. That's hard to do. Yeah, that's initially, I think it becomes easier with practice, right? So what you do is if you are 200 pounds, right? And generally I have seen people eating 40 grams of protein. Average person doesn't eat more than that per day. So start to eat 100 grams of protein per day. Okay. Try to, it's easy. I'll tell you once you, it's just a limiting belief, right? Once you start eating, involving those dairy items, cottage cheese, your lean meat, your salmon, and there are a lot of other things, right? Eggs, they can easily add up. Whey protein, as I said, is the only supplement I recommend. You can have a couple of scoops, they add 50 grams. So it's easy to reach 100 grams, 102, 120 grams. So try reaching that, right? Try reaching that, and I think afterwards it will become easier. Can you talk about protein options for, yeah, for, I think protein options for vegetarians is generally I recommend now vegetarians, when you say, right, you if you drink dairy, right, if you take dairy, do you take that, right? If you do dairy, there's nothing better than dairy, right? And I'm saying you, I don't know about how your body fat is, right? But I will suggest Fairlife milk, right? You can have it fat free. That it contains 80 calories and it has around 14 grams of protein, right? Try to have it throughout the day, maybe 3 to 4 cups, right? That's going to give you around 50 grams of protein if you like milk. The other option for vegetarians is Greek yogurt. Okay, that can be Chobani or Fey yogurt. I really like. It has 25 grams of protein in just 1 cup, right? Try to have that, or you can have cottage cheese, lean cottage cheese, right? It has similar 20 grams of protein in 1 cup. And if you can have broccoli. Quinoa is a very good option, right? Brown rice is a very good option. So there are a lot of options, right? And there's one supplement for vegetarians that I suggest is pea protein. Try to search for that on Amazon. You'll find it's a very good supplement for vegetarians who don't even take anything. But we try whey protein also if you can digest that. That works well as well, right? But Then chickpeas and beans are very good options as well, right? Try to eat more of that for vegetarians, right? So there are many options, man. These days, doesn't matter whether you are vegan, vegetarian, or you don't eat something. So any other questions, guys? But remember, no fat burner, no green tea can take away your belly fat. Just one thing, calorie deficit. Okay. Just remember that by 500, 300 to 500 calories every day. And that's going to do magic for you. Let me see if there are any other questions. All right. So guys, I hope this helped you, right? And keep working out, keep eating healthy, and let me know in the Facebook group as well if you have any questions. Do you use any stimulant when you work out? I think workout. No, I don't. I don't. The only one thing I like to take is caffeine. I like my caffeine a lot. It's specifically coffee, black coffee, right? So black coffee and creatine. Creatine I like because I have been taking it for a long time. Creatine with the caffeine, you can try that out, right? There are a lot of pre-workouts powders as well, but you don't need to take those if you're sleeping well and eating well. Then I think you don't need any stimulant. I don't take any. I just drink black coffee before my workouts and creatine. So you definitely don't need all those stimulants. So I would say avoid all those things. They are of no use. Okay. But yeah, I think you have to be committed, guys. If you want to lose fat, you have to follow certain rules. But what to maintain, you just need 1/7 of the effort. That's what I'll say, right? I was 180 pounds myself, 180, 190 pounds, I forgot, but I went to 140 pounds. So it was initially very, very hard, but it's very easy to maintain it. Once you are down, you will see you don't need to work out a lot. You don't need to eat very strictly because your metabolism is very high because you have more muscles. So certainly it's hard initially, but it gets very, very easier and your life gets very productive as well. Thank you, guys. I think, thank you everyone for joining. I hope you all join the next session as well. I think next session is going to be good as well, and I hope to help you guys. So, what is the ideal body fat percentage for men over uh, 40? So, so I think it doesn't matter, right? I will be 40 very soon, right? So, but I think generally 15%, 14% body fat, 14 to 15% body fat I recommend for people. It's very, very sustainable, and it gives you a very good definition, and you have a lot of energy throughout the day. The more closer you get to 10% body fat, it's difficult to sustain, and you have a lot of cravings. You are very out of energy when you're closer to 10% body fat. So I get down to 10% body fat during the summertime when I'm going for certain kind of a shoots or something. But I generally like to stay around 12, 13% body fat. But recommended is 14 to 15% body fat, right? And it's a very, very healthy zone to be in. Okay. Any other questions, guys? This is really good discussion, guys. I hope you join so that we can discuss more. I'm really passionate about fitness, nutrition, and I hope to help you guys. Uh, all right. So, guys, thank you for joining. I hope this all helped you. Look at the replay once more so that you become more committed to fitness and nutrition. And keep working out, guys. I wish you all the success. We'll see you again next time. Thank you, guys, for joining.